What would you do if you knew that your partner, a person whom you love and respect, is planning a murder? And what if you were forced to kill that same person you loved? I'm sure that seems like a strange question, but today, I'm here to tell you about two of the most disturbing murders that you've possibly ever heard of. Watch the video till the end to know more about the most twisted cases you've ever seen. The Mercer County Police Department received a phone call on the morning of January 3rd, 2016. That a person walking her dog had found what she suspected to be human bones near West Bank State Park. The responders did indeed find some human bones, but absurdly enough, the bones that were recovered were just from the torso, while the head and limbs were missing. What made the scenario even more gruesome was the presence of saw marks on the bones, which showed that the victim had been dismembered after being killed. It took 4 long years since the discovery of these bones to identify the victim as 22-year-old Ryan Zimmerman. Just a few months before the bones were found, Zimmerman had moved out of his home in Corbin, Kentucky to Columbus, Ohio, where he was living with Corey Buzzard, whom he met online. The house was shared by Corey's ex-wife, Sarah Buzzard, and her wife, Naira Whitaker. It could be surmised from his social media activity that Ryan was considering hormone conversion therapy, and he had reportedly been getting into clashes with Whitaker regarding how trans women should portray themselves. Within a couple of months, things ended between Corey and Ryan, and he was asked to move out of their apartment, and shortly after that, he'd gone missing. During her questioning, Sarah admitted that she had initially considered Naira's fantasies about killing Ryan to be jokes. When she finally realized that it was something she was seriously planning, she still couldn't call the police out of love for Naira. Instead, Naira managed to convince her to help her with it because she was going to go through with her plans regardless. Sarah was arrested when traces of blood were found in the apartment and car and pleaded guilty in court. Naira had found herself another alternative for herself when confronted with an arrest warrant. She shot herself with a handgun in front of 5 policemen. I'm sure that this case shook you up, but stay tuned to hear about an even more twisted murder case. In August 2020, 911 received a call that someone had found a body hanging.
911, where is your emergency?
I'm on North 225 West Road. There's a body hanging off the bridge, no head. There's a car coming.
Hanging off a bridge, and the head had been severed. Just a few hours later, a man named Michael Parks called in to report that his wife had been missing since she had left with someone after their argument. What do these calls have to do with each other? Well, the description of Hope Parks perfectly matched that of the beheaded body, including the tattoo markings. When Michael was brought in for questioning, he told the officers that their argument had been about their son, who had fallen into drug abuse and had been living with them. While Michael wanted him to leave, his wife disagreed, and he finally told her to choose between them, which led to the son's departure. While Parks had been quite relaxed during the initial questioning, his body language became immediately tense when he was told that Hope's mutilated body had been found. Although Parks readily gave consent for the detectives to search his house and car, nothing could have prepared them for what they found. The porch, patio, and garage area contained blood spills and bloody footprints, and a bullet was found near the patio as well. The basement contained even more blood and signs of something heavy being dragged along the ground. The blood spills ultimately led them to the horrifying sight of Hope Parks' severed head lying in a pool of dried blood. When brought in for second questioning, the prime suspect, Michael Parks, confessed that he had accidentally shot his wife in the kitchen. According to Parks, he had been shooting groundhogs in the yard after their argument and had just brought his gun inside to clean it, not knowing that there was one more round of shots left inside. Before his trail, police found evidence of him researching how effective bottle silencers and pillow mufflers were, establishing that this was premeditated homicide instead of an accident. Who could have said that the caring and concerned husband wanting his wife to come home safe and sound would actually turn out to be her stone-cold killer in the end? That's all for this video.